Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Unfortunately my brother is not here this week, but we do have a video coming up that will be kind of fun, I think. But that's still in the works. Today we're just editing some pictures. I have two pictures here. One of them is this pirate costume I just threw together with everything in my closet. And the other one is from that pit crew meme that was going around for a little bit, and I'll show a picture before I edit that picture. You'll see what I mean. But this one is actually pretty indicative of how I usually edit pictures. I usually duplicate the image, so I have a top image to work on that's just the exact same as the base image. And then generally we'll just adjust the hue and saturation. I wanted to take out some of the warmth in the picture and make it a little bit cooler, but it wasn't totally working, and so I think I just settled where I settled. My recording program didn't record all of the extra drop down menus and windows that GIMP pops up, so you can't see it all. I'm sorry. I'd love to be more confident with that kind of thing in the future. Practice makes perfect though, we're getting there. But this is a really simple edit, very minimal actual editing. I usually do a lot of pre-production rather than post-production. This one, however, is an example where I do a lot more post-production. So here I'm just editing levels. Levels are a really great way to get the depth and saturation that you want without destroying images. I already said I'm using GIMP. I was trained on Photoshop, I initially learned how to edit pictures on Photoshop, but your girl doesn't have the money for that right now, so GIMP is a free download and I'm all for that. I edited the levels and then I used the clone stamp, which I'm using right here, to adjust any minor imperfections like lipstick smears or anything. That's usually what I use that for, actually, or if I'm breaking out or something, I'll use that some. But I've been editing since I was a small child. My dad used to just give me Photoshop to play on, which was so cool now that I think about it. So I've been doing this a very long time. And I will, at one point, film a much more in-depth video on how to do this. But for now, this is pretty solidly what I actually do for editing. Before I do a fully in-depth video on how I edit pictures, I want to do a video on how I shoot pictures, because I shoot a lot of pictures by myself in a small space, just with the equipment I have on hand, and so I would like to do a video demonstrating that at some point. It's in the works though. I need to actually put on makeup to do that too, which is weird. So expect that before the next editing video. This is just a quick little rundown on how I do it. Here I'm creating a layer mask. Layer masks are way cool. You can look up a million different Photoshop tutorials and it'll show you how to do them. I wanted the background and myself to be separate, because the background in the pit crew picture is a pink and red gradient, and I wanted that, but I don't have a pink and red wall. And so instead of just adjusting all of the colors in the picture, there are a million ways to do things in photo editing. But instead of editing every color that was white, I did it this way, and just created a layer mask where I did a selection of all the white area and then blocked it out. I think I blocked myself out. Yeah, I block myself out first and then adjust the layers as I need to. Because I actually do have some formal training on Photoshop and digital art, but a lot of my style of using it is very, very much just trying things and undoing things until I find something that works properly. And so frequently I will do something 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 times before I get exactly what I want it to be. And that's okay. That's very normal. So once I have a pink base set, I then realized that doing just a straight gradient is going to create this really weird blur of transparency. So then I use the Gaussian blur a couple times until I get the red circle about where I want it to be. You can do this a million different ways. You can just use a brush that is gradiented, I don't know. I couldn't find the tool that lets me do a radial gradient, and instead of sitting and finding it, I made it myself. So like I said, there are millions of ways to do things on Photoshop and everything. There's not a one size fits all, it's okay. But yeah, I got it to about where I wanted. The pit crew picture had like wings. I didn't find any clip art wings that I really liked, and so I was like, bag it, we'll just skip the wings. But the overall feeling of the picture was there, I think, and I think that's what I wanted. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's a little like spacey, kind of just a speed edit. We'll do a more thorough edit in the near future after I do an actual shoot. But thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, subscribe, like, comment. Have a great day. Bye.